Dragon Age the Veilguard is a game that is set to be released soon by Bioware, a game that sadly hasn't impressed a lot of fans from its latest trailer due to it changing its design from dark fantasy to resemble something closer to Fortnite. Dragon Age fans are quite upset by this. What hope is there for the Dragon Age fans now? Unfortunately for Bioware, there's another game out there in the works, and Bioware may have opened the door wide open for Matthew McConaughey and his band of game developers from Archetype Entertainment. Last year at the Game Awards, a new game was revealed with an absolutely gigantic budget, a new AAA game made by a bunch of ex-developers from Bioware who broke away to build their own dream game. A time-travelling space adventure. It's Bioware versus Bioware. It's sci-fi versus fantasy. One company is steering away from the fans, one is aiming directly at them. Dragon Age may let us down, but Exodus Become the Traveller may be the hero we need and deserve. As a Mass Effect fan, I'm super excited to see this rivalry in the gaming scene. Will Dragon Age crash and burn, leaving Exodus to swoop in and save us, giving us a new space epic from the people that made the original Mass Effect and Dragon Age games? Well, it certainly seems that this is a huge possibility. Like and subscribe, we're about to geek out for the next few minutes, so strap yourselves in. Around the same time the Dragon Age trailer upset everybody, Archetype released a 2-minute cinematic prologue for Exodus Become the Traveller. What I can tell you, it looks laser sharp, this cinematic. Super crisp, ultra detailed, not cartoonish, not Fortnite looking. I reckon they're cooking up something really special for us. We know it's coming, but it's on the quiet side of everything. Not that much hype around it just now. We had one trailer at the Game Awards, and that was it. No one really knows what Archetype secretly is, because it's a new company. It's when the game starts ramping up the marketing with a proper gameplay trailer and eventually a release date. That's when I think word of mouth will get around and Exodus will shock everybody. I want Exodus to do incredibly well, not because I want to hate on Dragon Age and Bioware, because I want Exodus to push Bioware and hopefully make Bioware change course, so it makes sure that the next Mass Effect isn't messed around with either. I want a world where Bioware make cracking Mass Effect and Dragon Age games, and then having Archetype making awesome games as well. They'll push each other, and that benefits us gamers more than anybody else. We've all seen that Dragon Age trailer. I can see why Bioware would want to make it look like Fortnite, because Fortnite makes a lot of money. But unfortunately, Dragon Age is a franchise with a loyal fan base already. They wanted a new dark fantasy epic, and instead we're getting this guff. What the world needs is for the real developers of Dragon Age to start their own company and make a new Mass Effect sci-fi thing with Matthew McConaughey. Oh, there's one already, oh happy days. If you watched the Game Awards last year, you may have remembered Mr. Alright come onto the stage, and it got memed a bit and that was it. But if you remember back, he showed us a trailer for a new game called Exodus that he is involved in. What that trailer doesn't tell you was that it was all the original developers and the writer of Mass Effect behind it, and are working on a massive AAA mega game. And a lot of people don't even realise it. This is great news, because Exodus Become the Traveller was already one of my most anticipated games. There's not a release date yet. We've seen only a little bit of gameplay, and there was that cool looking cinematic trailer that showed up at the Game Awards last year. But that's it. And all of a sudden, Bioware may be heading for a tough time with Dragon Age the Veilguard. It has been ratioed on YouTube by the gamers, and people generally aren't that impressed by it, saying it doesn't look like Dragon Age. Lots of ex-Bioware developers are out there, almost completely under the radar. Exodus isn't that well known right now, but once the game starts to build momentum with a big gameplay trailer and then a release date, this is where Bioware could be in trouble. For those that don't know, Exodus is being written by Drew Karpyshyn, who wrote Mass Effect 1 and 2. Mass Effect 2 is my personal favourite space game ever, one of the most beloved games of all time. It was perfect. So Exodus is a time-travelling space adventure with a bunch of companions on a highly advanced spaceship with you. It's a third-person shooter where it looks like you will have 2 squad mates with you and fighting the Celestials, who are this ultra-advanced alien race with technology that far surpasses everything the humans have. Sounds like Mass Effect, doesn't it? That's because they are absolutely doing a Mass Effect style game with the original Mass Effect developers, but a brand new IP made with modern gaming technology. What's going to happen here is it's a scrap between a massive game company trying to make money versus a massive corporation trying to make a game for the fans. What I'm saying is, if you're sad about Dragon Age or worried about the next Mass Effect, Archetype have our backs. Bioware have shot themselves in the foot with this, and now they have a huge rival company to contend with. Wizards of the Coast have funded Exodus Become the Traveller. They're not involved in any way really, they're just funding it. It's a passion project, according to the 2 lead developers of Exodus. There are loads of amazing interviews with the developers. They're trying not to geek out about the game they're making, with Bioware aiming at a new audience. Archetype are throwing a massive sesh, they're partying, they're celebrating this, stealing the microwaves. They're going to swoop in when no one is looking and take Bioware's thunder. It doesn't even have to be the best game ever, even if it's just solid, well written, great graphics, that is perfect for me. But the team behind this, the writer especially, I think we might be in for an amazing treat with Exodus. We haven't had a proper Mass Effect style game in almost 10 years now. It's very quiet just now, Exodus, but go look at Archetype's YouTube channel and the interviews with the developers. It sounds quite promising, this. Not trying to copy Fortnite, they're trying to make a great game for the fans of Mass Effect, and those fans of Dragon Age that may be disappointed with the direction they're going with. This might be the game for you. Bioware might not be making the game that you want, but Archetype are. I can't wait to hear more about Exodus. When all the hype starts to kick off, I'll be there covering it all. I'm interested to see what happens with this one. So, I've been Ross, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe first, I get it, there you go.